Hello, YouTube. So I'm here. Oh, hello, YouTube. So I'm clearly here. That's feedback. Hold on. Okay, let's get this together. Hey, YouTube. All right. So I'm here to do a very quick and short video. And it's mainly because I want to address some of what I've been hearing from clients. And boy, oh boy, y'all are out here having this next wave of pandemonium for the shiniest, newest thing. Let y'all just like, you're losing your mind. Let's not lose our mind. Let's not get ahead of ourselves with all this AI and Chat GPT and any other platform that is now going to inevitably start popping up. Okay. So let me introduce myself quickly. If you've not been here on this channel before, and chances are you haven't because it's pretty new. My name is Pink-Lewin. I am a communication and messaging strategist. I'm the owner of Empowerment, which is a communication and marketing firm. And also I am the one you're going to hear on social media, just kind of keeping it real and definitely slaying these sound bites that are out here. Okay. There's a lot of things that people just kind of do and say because the next person is doing and saying and all of that. And my goal is to help roll you new entrepreneurs, new small business owners. Maybe you've been in business for, maybe, 3 to 5 years. You're still trying to get your footing. I've been in business since 2003 officially. I've been making money on the internet since 1999. Okay. I probably have like the second account created on eBay, and I've been monetizing the internet since way back then. So I've seen a lot of hoopla type scenarios where the next thing has come out, everybody's like talking about it. It's all just the craziest rage. And honestly, when you've seen as much, and just from my own background, I'm in communications, I'm in marketing, I have a background in government, and look, I'm just not impressed. Okay, let's put that out there. I'm just not impressed with the whole AI thing. But I'm more of a practical person. I am not the person that's going to follow the wave of thought. I'm not the person that's just going to run behind every little thing that comes out. I remember when the cloud came out, I was like, what the heck is this cloud and where is it sitting? Like I'm not the one that's going to easily adapt like the pandemonium and the jump on board. Now, what I will do is, because I've been on this internet streets as long as I have, I will not miss another opportunity. I will not sit by and wait for critical mass before testing out and even adopting some of these technologies. But boy, oh boy, thank you, sweetheart. I absolutely will not be, I have a different perspective. And if you follow me anywhere on social media, you're going to hear that my perspective is my differentiator. Your perspective is your differentiator. I think it's fine for you all to we also have different perspectives, and I think it's great. And, if my voice resonates with you, feel free to follow this channel, like, subscribe, whatever they say here on YouTube. It is what it is. I grew up on live stream on Periscope, which doesn't exist anymore. Twitter came and done away with it, but whatever, I grew up on live stream on Periscope. So I'm just kind of adapting to here on YouTube, but neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and get into this. I titled this thing Dirty Little Secrets About AI. And I'm specifically talking about like the whole Chat GPT, because everybody out here is, just running out here trying to position and be like the most amazing expert on all these AI things. And let me tell you, I've been testing out AI platforms probably for about a year, maybe closer to a year and a half. This stuff is not new. And matter of fact, AI is so not new. Agencies have been using it for a while. Obviously, because of my government background, I'm exposed to AI for a very long time and how it's used very differently and broadly. The difference is now that it's just it's been brought to the mainstream. Your average everyday person can sign up for an account and play around, which, by the way, I think is hilarious that I have to sign into and I have to create an account and prove that I'm human in order to use AI. Let me just put that out there. I laughed. I chuckled a bit about that. But anyway, I understand that's just protocol, but I thought it was extremely funny. So why am I talking about this? And I'm talking about this because I'm seeing a lot of people like just running to on YouTube, and rightfully so. You know, we have people who have been testing this out, as I have in my own business, and have been, you know, doing some trial and error and all of this. But now that it's widely available, there's an opportunity to get at the forefront of this and be out there, position yourself as an expert, and you know, and that's your business model. I get that. That being said, I'm not the one for shiny eye object. I'm never the one that's going to be running behind the newest, latest, greatest thing. And I'm always going to be the one to question before just jumping on a bandwagon. And I'm sharing the perspective because I received, I cannot tell you how many calls from clients. And like I said, I own a messaging and a communication firm. So when you're from the context of Chat GPT, you know, this thing can write your whole dissertation for you. You know, I mean, people are just saying it's going to do all these amazing things. And I'm going to whittle down this broadcast in one very simple phrase, right? Garbage in, garbage out. Okay. Everything that I'm going to say in this broadcast is going to really hone back in on that little phrase: garbage in, garbage out. Now, I don't know what I just saw. I thought I saw something behind me, which is crazy. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit about how just some of the dirty little secrets that I'm talking about. And I title it that way intentionally because I know that it'll get people to click, but I also want you to hear another perspective before, especially if you're a new business owner, you're just getting started out, you're thinking, hey, this thing, I can use it to leverage my business. How? Yes, you should use it to leverage in your business, especially if you're brand new. If you are established and you're still kind of like on a solo type thing, or if you are established and you haven't met your money goals because you've been hiring in help, this little thing and many other AI tools will completely transform and revolutionize the way you are doing your business as a solo entrepreneur. I tell you no lie. However, that being said, remember my space is as a messaging strategist. When people come to me, they come to me for four things. They come to me for messaging, they come to me for branding, they come to me for launch strategy, and they come to me for monetization. And in those four things they come to me for, I typically show up in two very specific spaces, and it's really the career and the business space. So I have a lot of professionals who are my clients. I have a lot of small businesses, established, medium to large, and even brand new businesses. Those are my clients, just to give you a little bit of context to where I'm coming from. I must have gotten, I've gotten way more than just a few calls about, hey, do you think this AI, this Chat GPT is going to put us out of business? Us, because again, a bunch of my clients are those either in business who's selling a service, done for you, done with you service to consumers, or they are doing business to business sales and of service, information, products, courses, communities, things like that. And the way that individuals are talking about Chat GPT is, you'll tell it to, write a resume, and it's going to write the resume for you in like 5 seconds. And oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. Now, while you will get a resume in 5 seconds, listen, you are not going to get a resume that's going to stand out. I have been trial and erroring because, again, I failed to mention that I also have a career development firm. I have many businesses, right? And I've been playing around with this AI tools for the last year and a half, in all of my businesses. And let me tell you, if you're an expert, if you have expertise, if you're a professional, if you are a subject matter expert in a particular area, you do not have to be worried about AI coming for you, at least not yet. I do understand that to the untrained eye, let me put it this way, to the untrained eye, what you're going to get out of these platforms is going to be something that, yes, a blank page would have been your vice for however long. But as a professional and an expert in either content development, marketing, branding, whatever the case may be, baking cakes, I mean, creating grant proposals, whatever it is that your lane of expertise is, your trained eye will forever beat AI. And the reason why I say that is when the general public, just, the random people who do need help, go to this tool, they're going to put the information in, they're going to get information out that it may seem impressive to them, but it doesn't really guarantee. So for me, as someone who does messaging, yes, somebody can go into Chat GPT and put in, like, outline a blog article about X, Y, and Z topic, and it'll come back with a blog article in X, Y, and Z topic. But the reality is, it won't be a good article. It won't be something that you, as the expert and the professional, would know that, hey, a person who's reading this would find better value from adding in this type of information. Or there are parameters that you need to put in there so that the AI can actually spit out something that is a little more than halfway decent, so that your target audience will see this and then engage with it. So business owners, while there's a lot of people out here talking about AI is the next best thing, and y'all want to jump on this and X, Y, and Z, you do. But trust and believe that to those people out there who are worried whether or not they are going to be replaced by AI, I'm not worried that I'm going to be replaced by AI at all. Now, I have my little list here. What I do with it. So I wanted to keep this thing short. So again, I already kind of outlined why AI is not a new thing. It's just newly available to the masses. So just know that it's the latest and greatest thing, but we're like 50 years. We're 50 years late, right? It's the latest and greatest thing, but it's like 50 years old. So there's a lot of information that's known, but also in technology, there's a lot of information that's not known. Specifically with Chat GPT, because this is how it originated. Right now, they call it a playground, where they have people in there just kind of putting information in, testing it out, kicking the tires, trying to figure out how it works. Trust and believe that is what's teaching this thing, right? It's machine learning. It's trying to understand how people are going to, it says like their goal is like conversational data exchange between, machine and human. By the way, I am team human all the way, team God built. It is what it is. But just know that it will never be able to go beyond the parameters of what is programmed. And yes, it is teaching itself, but there's a lot of, there will forever be limitations, because it's pulling from, yes, it may seem like an infinite amount of data sources, but it is, and while it can learn to do things like humans learn to do things, it will forever lack the ability to it will lack the ability to display judgments, to judgment like a human can. So when I have a client that comes to me, that client may be just looking for, like, for example, somebody hit me up the other day and say, hey, do you write blog articles for nonprofits? Because we're struggling with, getting engaging content. Of course I do that. Now, can they go and put that into Chat GPT and get the same thing? Absolutely they can. Now, the difference is the problem wasn't that they didn't have content. The problem was that their content was not engaging. The problem was that the content was not driving the right traffic back to them. Therefore, they were not meeting their goals. They were not being successful with what they needed to get done. So if your problem is not content and content quickly, then AI doesn't really solve it. Now, it'll give you a lot of content. And let me tell you, I'm not here to downplay it. I'm not going to badmouth it, even though I kind of am. But I'm not really, because you want to be, let me say it again. You want to use this tool in your business. I'm using it. But I have a trained eye as a communication strategist, as a messaging strategist. I know the information to put in to get the most engaging and promising content out. Again, garbage in, garbage out. Telling this thing to write me and outline a blog post and write me an email sequence about ... is cool. But because the person giving the instruction doesn't understand the nuances of the quality of what should be spit back out and what it is intended to do, there will always be a need for those that understand, at least in the moment, right? I'm not going to pretend like this thing ain't going to learn something. But mind you, while this thing is playing around and everybody's in there, is also pulling from a lot of crap that people are putting in there. So it's not just learning from the latest and greatest and all the factual information out there and all the sources. We got people out here training these machines to think all kind of stuff. So even that, there's even as great as it is, there's disclaimers that pops up. There's also a limitation with how accurate the data is from a time standpoint. I don't think ChatGPT goes beyond 2021. So it doesn't have any, and how is it going to help us apply to a post-pandemic world? Let's be clear, things have shifted and changed a bit, but it's still back in 2021 when, we just said, what's up to 2023. So there's a little bit of a a lag. And I'm sure that they're working that thing out and they will work it out. Trust me and believe they will work it out. AI will be getting, even more quick, even more precise, even more, all of these things will happen. I just am, like I said, team got built. I think that the human will always triumph. It is what it is. Let me go ahead and I'll tell you a few. Let me tell you, there was a whole lot of things that there's a whole lot of things that happened while I was playing around with this thing. Hold on. Let me roll it back. Let me roll it back, because I did find some amazing things when I was working with this chat that I'm really excited about. But this was specifically a broadcast about, to those folks who are concerned that they are now like copywriters, like brand strategists, right? Like messaging strategists, right? Like launch strategists, right? Of course, I threw in there a couple of times, write me a 90-day launch plan. And the thing came back out. I was like, oh, okay, I see you. It didn't really say anything. It didn't really tell me who to target. It didn't really give me a lot of the nitty-gritty details that somebody like me can give my clients to say, hey, do this first, do this first, do this. Now, I did say do this, and this first. They still don't know how. And they're still going to have to, hey, boy, turn that down. You're still not going to know how to do it. And you're still going to have to figure out how to find somebody that's going to walk you through it, because you still know just the steps. Hey, turn it down. It's too loud. Oh, now it's dead. Y'all about to be a breakdown up in here. So there's just a lot of things there's a lot of reasons why you should not be thinking along the lines of, oh, I'm replaceable by AI. That's a real thing. There's a real thing. And I've had to answer more than my fair share of, I won't call them panics, because I'm not going to speak that over my clients, but they were very concerned that they are going to be replaced by AI, by all of these things. And, at the end of the day, what I will tell you, did I even go through my list? Y'all, I'm new at this I'm new at this YouTube, because I see YouTube, y'all be going, step by step by step by step by step. Like I said, I grew up on Periscope. We had some real time exchange. You could talk about this 1 minute, somebody will put comment in, hey, go back to this. And it was just a real fluid conversation. So y'all got to excuse me. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this YouTube thing. But let me just go back and let me say, so, okay, AI is not new. It's not new. It's just newly available and newly understood by you, newly accessible by you. And by you, I mean the general mass public. AI does have very much limitations. Okay, there are limitations with AI. As much as people are trying to make this thing be the super duper amazing thing in the world, there are limitations. Yes, you're going to do things faster. Yes, you're going to be able to get information more quickly. Yes, it's going to be in the ballpark. So it'll probably be a little bit more accurate in terms of what you're looking for. But again, this is mainly intended to help those of us who are service providers, information based entrepreneurs that are online and maybe thinking that they are going to be replaced by this AI, because now people can go ahead and do things on their own. Listen, I've been writing resumes since 2002. I've been a vocational counselor. They don't even call them that anymore. I was a vocational counselor back in New York at the New York State Department of Health. That's like the great grandmother of coaching, of career coaching. And let me tell you, people suck at writing resumes. People suck at writing resumes, and they can go ahead and ask an AI to write them a resume. But if they don't know how to qualify a resume, then that is what the AI is going to kick out. It still might not be the best for them. Now, maybe I'm pretty sure it'll be better than what they can do on their own, but it takes a trained eye, and it takes an expert that can think through and make connections based on what a job description says, what the market and what is relevant now. And the secret sauce, baby, is the person that the resume has to represent. You let AI, you tell me AI is going to be able to pinpoint what you got going on. I know the questions to ask you to get what I need to write you a resume that's going to get your foot in the door, get an interview, prep you so you know how to answer them questions, and then be able to negotiate and get hired. Let me see AI do that. I want to see AI do that. At least AI in 2023 do that. Now I have, like I said, I have been leveraging this stuff in almost all of my businesses. And when I tell you that, one second, I have a call coming through. When I tell you that the information I'm getting, I've always had to tweak it. I've always had to edit it. I never was able to get anything right straight from AI and give it and give it straight to a client. Not a thing. So that's just one thing, so it helps me as the professional, but even as the professional, I still have to do what I do with my trained eye. Okay. So there's limitations for sure. It is not capable of independent thought. Is not capable of being creative, okay? So all these things, it is, again, limited by what it has accessible. Now, it has a lot. It knows more than me. It knows more than me because I've not read every book. I've not been able to access every piece of information on the internet. I can't scan it. I can't do none of that. So I got to give AI its props. It knows more than me, but it is not capable of independent thought. So I can, and it's interesting, I asked ChatGPT the same question 3 different ways, and it gave me the exact same answer. And when I say 3 different ways, I mean, I used different words and I got the same answer. That's interesting. I thought it would have at least, changed up a few things. I asked the same questions about 3 different things. And I did it intentionally because I wanted to see what it would say. And again, I told you, I'm here on the internet talking about 4 different things: messaging, branding, launching, and monetization. I asked the same question about each one of those 4 topics. I got the exact same 7 bullets. I said, oh, that's cute. I wouldn't have said it that way because I think there's a little more to it. I think that there was an opportunity missed. And certainly we know that messaging, branding, launching, and monetization is not the same thing. So why are you giving me the same answer? And I just thought it was really interesting. Needless to say, AI has limitations. The next thing is AI requires data, right? And when I said to you that garbage in, garbage out, if you don't know what you're putting in, you're going to get a bunch of crap out. When I asked it a certain amount of questions, I got blah content back. I got very surface, oh, this is cute, thanks for the information. When I used my professional skills as a messaging strategist, boy, that thing was sweet. That came out. I was like, oh, I write that down. It was dope. It was dope. How many of y'all would be able to spit that thing what it needs in order for you to get that kind? I mean, there's something about great messaging that just makes my heart sing. So my heart didn't sing until my subject matter expertise kicked in. When I was just, I get questions from clients and I type the question in just like that to see what it gave me. I was like, I mean, you're right, but I wouldn't say it this way. That's not going to help her, but there's a better way to explain this. That was my reaction. When I took the time to deep dive and give it the proper parameters and give it the right instructions for how I wanted to write my response. Ooh, that thing was sweet. I was like, ooh, girl, if people knew how to search and like, let's think of Google. You can put something in a Google search. If we're both looking for the same product, you can search Google the way you search Google and get back some information. I search Google the way I search Google and get back some information, and it won't be the same information. My page 1 on Google will look different than your page 1 on Google. Though they may want you to believe that it's so powerful that it's going to give you back everything, it's not. You want to know why? You know how they help you to refine your search? By suggesting the rest of the sentence. They help you get to where they want you to go by suggesting the topics, suggesting the keywords, by all kind of tricks. But if you don't know how to search a search engine, you're going to get back crap. You're not going to get back what you're looking for. So use that same overly simplified principle and say, hey, now let me get through my list before that, because I was going to tell you what you actually need to do, because the game has changed. The game has changed. The game has changed. And this is going out to my marketing colleagues. These are going out to the clients who like to be lazy and don't want to do no work and don't want to get down to the business and the brass tacks of answering the right questions from a thoughtful place so that their end goal is better. So they get to where they're trying to go. I'm talking to you. So I'm going to get through this list and then I'm going to talk to you and say what you actually need to do. Okay. AI is not always unbiased. How long you wanted me to say this one, guy? Because, let's just say there is an orchestration at play sometimes when you're on the internet, and you don't always see what you think you should be seeing. Let me just leave it right there. There are algorithms going on. You might be thinking that you happened upon something in your feed. Those of us know better. Those of us who know better know better. Okay, let's just put it that way. There's a way that these algorithms are manipulating your perspective of the digital space. Ma'am, I'm on the internet. I'm on my live stream. Can you tone it down? There is a way for algorithms to dictate your perspective, your paradigm of the internet streets. I'm gonna leave it right there. So there may be other things that are dictating what you get back, how the information that how the commands that you're giving this AI and what you need for it to do, or what you're looking for and the information you're trying to access, there is always the potential possibility, likelihood that there are predefined barriers that you can never cross as it relates to what AI is going to bring you. Human can rationalize, think through beyond what their training says. I know sometimes it's hard for us to break that what we've, it's the nature versus nurture conversation, but we can break through the barrier and cross over and live a different way. AI doesn't have that ability. And I say that, I guess I sound like I'm really team human right now. And that's really not what this is about. So let me just stick to the talking points. The business application of that is, because algorithms are at play, it's important more than ever for access. AI depends on access for what's being put into it so that it can pull and learn from a diverse place. If you're not careful, what you're getting out from your AI, from ChatGPT and all these other places, will be very representative of how do I say this? It won't be as diverse as we'd like it to be. That's not such a big concern right now, because I don't know how people are searching it right now. And listen, let me just say that I didn't say this before. I do not profess to be an AI expert. I'm coming on here to dampen the fear a little bit from people who are making their bread and butter online from information products, selling services to help people get things done. All right, services that are being used and executed online. Web design. I've had a web design company forever. By the way, I am Jamaican, so I keep telling y'all about businesses. The more I talk, the more different businesses that comes up. Yes, it's true. Oh, the stereotype is true. Anyway, that's not what this is about. But so when people say, hey, I can put the code in and the ChatGPT will build me AI will build me a website. Yes, it will do that, but you gotta know the code, bruh. You gotta know the code. You gotta figure out how to get the code, put it in there. If your code is broken, you gotta know how to give the parameters. It's so funny. Somebody was testing out the thing about, let's see if this can fix my code. And the AI said, it's hard for me to tell you how it's broken because I don't understand what's broken about it. So give me more information. And the person was like, it's not loading correctly. And the AI was like, that's still too broad for me. What is not correct about how it's loading? So the person, even as, was trying to figure out how to communicate what it needs to the AI, and was getting frustrated. And the AI was keeping its cool. AI, because they ain't got no emotions. The AI was like, look, bro, come back again with something else, because I can't roll with this. I can't rock with this. And the user is like, it's just not working. Come on now, listen. Time's out. My web folks, nobody is replacing you, at least not now. Not the general public who's buying your stuff. Now, if you're selling to other professionals that yada, 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 maybe you might lose a few. Maybe you need to pivot a little bit on your strategy. But if it's the general public where you are the expert, But I'm going to tell y'all in a few minutes what you're going to need to do. And then, yeah, so it's not always unbiased. So we've got to do something about that, because, it just, them algorithms will get you got in the internet streets. And then lastly, it does have the potential to revolutionize industries, absolutely, but it is not it's not as creative. It's not as creative as an individual. It's just not. It cannot think beyond its programming. It will not think beyond the access. Now it has, again, way more access than I do. It has way more information that it can hold up in here. Listen, even if I wasn't the mother of 3 with, you know, just doing my thing and all of those things that make up my thing, and even if I had capacity, I could not reach what the AI is doing. But even with that, there is something about how we were created that can always push the boundaries. I mean, we continually, year by year, the longer we are here on Earth, we humans, we push the boundaries of the human potential. My fellow Jamaican, Usain Bolt, and I was born in Brooklyn, but my family's Jamaican, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Usain Bolt shocked the globe with how fast he could run, going like, somebody else is gonna come and do that in a few years and take it to a whole nother level. But right now we're like, oh, we ain't never seen nothing like that. Human powered, God powered, built, created, designed that way. So there's certain things that we can do that no AI can't do. Now, I'm not saying for the average person, step your game up. You know what I mean? Step your game up. But for the majority, and this I'm talking about in business, right? So no shade on that last average person thing. No shade. But you still got to step your game up. That leads me to what you need to do, because you will get lost out in these internet streets. And I hinted at it before. Some of y'all don't like to do the work necessary to build a business strong. You think you're the expert and you keep it up here and you just gonna wing it. Boy, you'll be winging it and that AI will come and snatch your stuff real quick. Okay? Them clients who need you to show up heavy and hard as the professional you are, they are going to figure out, or somebody like me who's going to teach them how to do it. Oh, yeah. Did you come back in here with turn it down? Somebody like me who's going to teach somebody how to do that search real quick. I'm coming for that. I'm coming for your people. Okay, because I'm going to make money leveraging AI in my business for sure. Hey, bro, turn this down. Too loud. Too loud. You know, listen. Turn it down. Okay, leave. That'll work too. Y'all got to step your game up. Okay, this, if nothing else, it requires you to demonstrate your expertise more. I need you to be on your game when it comes to conveying and demonstrating the professional that you are, the expert that you are, the person that you say you are. Sometimes I'm on the internet, I'm on Clubhouse. Some of these bios read like, super amazing. And then you need the charger. Go ask Daddy to plug it in for you. Ask Daddy to put it in the charger. Some of these bios we're reading like, y'all are doing the thing and nobody is showing up. You just want people to come and like beg you to work with them so they can pay you the money. That is lazy. Y'all gonna have to get out of that. You need to be out here showing why. Don't be out here leaving your launch to AI. Or y'all want to use AI in your launch? Let me show you how to search properly. That's me. That's what I'm talking about. That's me. I'm a messaging strategist. I'm that person that's going to be like, hey, quick, right here. What you're saying, 1, don't make sense. 2, sound like everybody else. 3, I don't even know why somebody should pay you for that because you didn't demonstrate it to them. There's no value that you're communicating and you're just kind of talking to everybody. I need you to get a little bit, take it down a notch, be a little more focused. And what does that mean? Here's what it looks like. That's the kind of stuff I talk about online. People need to be able to know that you know that you know that you know what you're talking about. Even if you're leveraging AI in your business. You need the charger still? I don't have the charger. I don't have the right charger for you, bro. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to wrap this up real quick. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Can I get 5 minutes? Let me see. Can I get 5 minutes to wrap this up? Maybe I can use, maybe you can use this one. Yep, this will work. Excuse me, y'all. Let me just get this. I'm gonna wrap this up. And I'll be doing a part 2. Like I said, this was way longer than I even thought I was going to do this for. But I've got to tell you, my clients are a few clients are they're really concerned about how AI, what the implications of access to anybody, what this means for them in their business. And some of them are just getting started. We're getting some success, and now this, and I'm like, hey, snap out of it, stay the course. Don't get lazy, because you will get left, and really dig your heels in on your strategy. Okay, listen, my name is Pink-Lewin again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to start doing a little bit more YouTube lives and see how this goes. But you know, this was not a bash on AI or Chat GPT. I think I actually do enjoy playing around with it. And I've bought at least 10 to 12 different softwares that I've been testing out. And they are not all equal. Let me tell you that too. So, you know, there's just a gamut of considerations to think about, and how you're going to use it and leverage it. There is great opportunity to do so. I encourage you to get creative. I encourage you to dive right in. Don't be like those who are like, surely this is the end of things. You know, it very well could be, but we are human. We are resilient. We were built that way, and we've got to face all of this stuff. And you're a business owner. Y'all got to get that money. Okay. So anyway, I appreciate you for joining. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. I forgot about that. Do the thing with the comments. Look, I should have had this like this the whole time. You see me from the neck up. Yeah. So until next time, I bid you adieu. Thanks. Bye.